welcome to the island. Welcome to the island, please be polite. I know you heard about it, like, share, subscribe. Real adult conversations, always a vibe. Please don't act a fool when the wheel get you right. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island. Baby, welcome to the island. Please be polite. I know you heard about it. Like, share, subscribe. Real adult conversations, always a vibe. Please don't act a fool when the wheel get you right. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island.
All right. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I have these big old headphones on. Let me go through the chat really quick. Vibrant at the top of the chat. Listen, Vibrant has made me aware that I put the wrong dates. I put 125/26 on the most recent post. Was it just kind of a, the high heel competition is coming. So the date is still Saturday, 1/24/2026, y'all. Thank you so much, Vibrant. Okay, Hunty. Kimberly Black in the building. Hey, Ronnie. How are you, honey? How are you? Ghost Gang. That is Buddy Lee. Okay, who is also our auspicious DJ for the third annual High Heel Challenge. So we're not here to talk about that today, but we will. Judy, hey girl. Hi Stacy. That's say hi to you, Pumpkin. Hi y'all. Hey y'all. Hey, listen. This is going to be a good one, y'all. I promise you. This is going to be a good show. I may drop the link at the end. I'm trying to keep this one short, y'all, but this is going to be a really good interactive live because I remember. Are you here, Stacy? Malik. Malik, where the hell you been? Honey, I have to keep Malik. Malik, this is a good one. Okay, this is a good one, Malik. Yeah, shout out to Buddy Lee, y'all. We'll come back and we'll talk about that at a different time. But baby, this is what had happened was okay. This is a new series that I wanna use to start talking about things going on in social media and just current events in general. Just different content creators and just things that we're seeing that's going on in the media. If you do have the ability to, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out, and tell somebody that Brenda is live. And we are talking about content creators by the name of Akira and Tim Montague. Hi, ghetto. There she goes. Vibrant keeps me on my toes, okay? Listen, Ghost Gang, stick around for this one. This is going to be a good one. You hear me? Ghetto, you been behaving? Been behaving, Ghetto? Thank you to my moderators. Happy Wednesday, y'all. It is hump day. Yes, I appreciate you so much. Happy New Year, everybody. How's the new year been? Y'all, we are talking about today. If you guys saw my thumbnail, it is this ongoing conversation about Akira and Tim Montague. Okay. Akira's no longer a Montague, but Tim did pick himself up another woman, and her name is Brenay. Is now Brenay Montague, who was formerly married to Devin Mayo. So okay, they were all friends. Now, what I recently find out. Hi, Tony. Did you guys know? In this story and in this situation, because we're getting ready to see a Dr. Phil interview of Tim and Brenay Montague. Okay. Now, the story is initially the couple started off as Tim Montague and Akira Montague, right? They were married. Then there was Brenay Mayo and Devin Mayo, who were also married. Did you all know that Brenay was childhood sweethearts with Tim? So prior to Akira opening up her doors to let Brenay come and stay with them for a week, she knew that there had been prior history with Brenay and Tim. Oh my God. You guys are going to hear more about it during this interview, but I want you to know all of the signs were there, which is why I have a different outlook on how I see this situation versus how everybody else is kind of taking it. And I'm going to stop the live in between and we'll talk more about it, but I'm not going along with every Stacy, when I'm telling you this is so bad, but I'm going to show y'all some things as we go through this, and please feel free to leave your comments in the chats. I'll be reading it while we're doing this. Thank you so much, Vibrant. But when I'm telling you this story, and let me just do a brief run through and then I'll play the live, because when I'm telling you guys you want to stick around for this interview, who I went and got off of the Good Girls page, who is Harmony Speaks. I love me some Harmony. She does some great breakdowns on things that's going on in social media. So Brene Kennard, she's a popular TikToker. All of these people were at the time. She's a creator and she has millions of followers. She became involved in an affair with her friend's husband, who was Tim Montague, while both Brene and Tim were still married to other people. Brene at the time, like I just said, was married to Devin Mayo, and Tim was married to Akira Montague. Brene and Tim's interactions were posted publicly on social media, including flirty and intimate content. So here's how it escalated, y'all. The situation became highly public as Brene routinely appeared in TikTok and Instagram videos with Tim, often showing moments that suggested like romantic connections. And despite Akira still being married to Tim at the time, okay? So, long story short, fast forward, here's the legal aftermath and the consequences. Akira Montague filed a lawsuit in North Carolina. So, if you're in North Carolina and you're out there cheating, listen up. It's under a rare law called alienation of affection in criminal conversation, and is claiming that Brene intentionally interfered with her marriage, with Akira's marriage, and had a sexual relationship with her husband. So after presenting extensive evidence, because Akira went ahead and got herself a lawyer, okay, including social media posts and messages, a jury found Brene liable. Okay, she was ordered to pay $1.7 million in damages. Do you hear me? Okay. Hey, T Danielle. Hey, Nisa, baby. So the drama played out widely across TikTok and Instagram, with fans and commentators weighing in, which not only fueled public interest but also helped document evidence that was used in court. So the next time, hunties, you guys go or you want to get involved with somebody while you're and be brazen hussies and infidels or the like, please know that this is set of precedents, and the judges are taking these things seriously in a court of law. Okay, there's no way, there's no love so amazing, so uplifting, so riveting that I want to be $1.7 million in debt over a man, a male species. There's billions of people on this here universe, and I would never. Okay. Yeah, Stacy, this is ludicrous. Do you understand me? I'm gonna play this. Remember Fantasia? Do you remember T Danielle? And I like me some Tasia, but Tasia was out there getting pregnant, getting pregnant. Tasia, why you do that? Anyway, let me play this. I'm going to share the screen, and you guys let me know, honey, when I tell y'all this is a mess. This is a mess. Okay, how do I do this? Why is this? Okay, there we go. All
He wanted a child when he didn't. So after intercourse, she would basically. But it led me to go there. They were okay with me going. She reached out, said it was okay. So I was there for a week.
What you said, it led me to go in there. What's the yeah?
So Tim and his wife, they allowed me to stay at their home.
Okay.
For that week.
Okay.
During that week, I'm not a drinker. I'm not an alcoholic. I did drink. I was under the influence, and I took Tim's phone and I created a video of myself talking gibberish in the video.
Uh-huh.
That was one. It was inappropriate, absolutely. What were you saying? If I can recall, I couldn't wait to be Mrs. Montague, which I am now. It was a lot of like, "Oh, I love you," these type of videos. That is what I said in the video about Tim. His husband. Yes.
Now, listen to what she's saying because she said that she was not inappropriate with this man while he was still living in the house. She's now on Dr. Phil saying that they allowed her to stay in their house for a week. And the week while she was there, she was sending inappropriate videos to this lady's husband. Now, pay attention. I told you guys that Brenay and Tim used to be former high school sweethearts. This woman would have never been in my motherfucking house. Do you understand me? Okay, I'm gonna let this play. Because when I tell you this this is something like it doesn't feel like reality. All parties were I don't know if they were under the influence, but the Ghost Gang, this is very interesting. Keep listening.
About Tim. While he was staying in her house. Correct.
While staying in her
As
house.
I stated, I'm not ashamed. It was inappropriate, and I stated to that in court.
She was not ashamed. Hey King LX, but it was inappropriate. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but Brenay, this is her second marriage. She's in her early 20s. I want to say young and dumb, but I feel like she's a special kind of dumb. Okay, she's going to learn the hard way. Okay? She's not in it alone. Right, Stacy, the audacity. We're going to keep going because let me tell you, I cannot Tony in good conscience put all of the weight of this on Brenay. She looks much older. Yeah, I mean, she's been married twice in your early 20s. I feel like she's lived multiple lifetimes, but I will continue to let this play.
It was very appropriate. That was one of the videos. Okay. The second video was I was in the bathroom filming myself brushing my teeth. Tim came behind me and I did a little dance, and that was the end of that video. So again, yes, two inappropriate videos. Were you dressed? Yes, I was dressed. I was fully clothed. So those are the two videos. Check. Yes, those are the two videos that were inappropriate, and I am
Right, Kimberly.
proud enough to walk in my truth about those, and they were inappropriate. Yes, but that does not mean.
So this is where I'm stopping because oh, I'm sorry, Jennifer. Hi, baby. Glad you made it. I just started. She's proud enough, and I don't know if she just doesn't know how to use her words correctly. Hi, my mother's keeper. Hi, baby. But the words that she's not ashamed, proud. Okay, we don't take pride in being a Jezebel. I'm using biblical terms, all right? Because she was still married. He was still married. You're in these people's house who have opened up their doors to allow you to stay there because at this time, Brenay was leaving her husband. She no longer wanted to be in her relationship with Devin. Okay. So I don't know really. God.
That I slept with him, which I didn't. I didn't sleep with him. That doesn't mean that I had an affair with him. Those were just inappropriate videos that was created in which his
My God.
ex-wife knew about those videos before the lawsuit came out. Okay. But you had sex with him before? No. I thought y'all were in high school. Okay, so yes, in high school, yes. We had a relationship in high school. And yes, we were intimate in high school. Okay. So then we closed that chapter and remained friends. And then we both didn't.
That's not how any of this works, sweetheart. Once two people have been intimate, my mother's keeper, you never go back and put those two people in a situation like that. I'm so confused, Tony, how Akira allowed this, the conversation between her and Tim. I'm sure Tim was all for it. Which made it so easy for them to do those inappropriate things because how did we even get there? How did he come in the bathroom and you started pushing back and dancing on him? Do you see this? And I'm so glad. Thank you, my baby. I appreciate your generosity so much, Stacy. Thank you, my love. I am I'm so glad that this interview happened, Jennifer, because a lot of things were said here that I was questioning, and that I feel like a lot of the other commentary that was done on it kind of went around this because everybody wants to be so mad at Brene, but we're not getting down to really the nut and bolts of like everything that's really happening. Because you guys were intimate. No woman who's ever been intimate. Hey, 3000, honey. So good to see you. No woman who's ever been intimate with my husband is ever staying in my house. Why would you open this door?
We,
Why?
remarried
Like
other
you opened the
people,
door for her
married,
to come in.
whatever. And that's how our relationship. We were high school sweethearts.
This y'all in high school?
Yes, it is. That's kind of creepy. Those are old pictures, but yes, that is us in high school. Loved him. We were madly in love with each other, but
Do
it
you
just didn't
hear
work out.
this?
We were young, so then
Madly in love with each other. Am I missing? Like, what? You opened the door and said, and let the enemy just come right on and walk right in your house. Right in your house. This brazen hussy is sitting here, and I'm just calling her brazen hussy, but she's not in this alone, right? Because this man was married. But my mother's keeper, you are sitting on the Dr. Phil show saying you guys used to be madly in love and that you also were intimate. Baby, shut the front door. I don't even.
we went on to be with other people, and yeah, so we were intimate back then. Okay. But not during the course of
Hey,
their
so
marriage,
so.
him being in the home. Okay. Before legally separated. Yeah. So in January of 24, yes. So almost 2 years ago, you signed a lease and you identified him as your boyfriend. So
Right,
that is where the
Tony.
mix up is. I signed my lease. I never put emergency contact down. Tim moved in with me, I would say around September, November, around
Thank
that
you,
course of
honey.
the time, fall ish. And I put him down as my emergency contact because he was my boyfriend at the time. So
Okay.
yes. In the fall of 23? 24. 24. But in January 24, according to Akira's attorney, you executed a lease identifying him as your boyfriend. That was updated. That wasn't the first. That was not the first lease. I only could have a copy of the updated lease.
Thank
So
you.
that's why he's named as my boyfriend, because at that time he became my boyfriend July 6th of 2024. So you went in July, you went back and said, let me have that lease I signed in January. No. I want to fill in and put him as my boyfriend. No, that's not how it worked. I needed an updated lease, right? So my first lease that I signed had no emergency contact on it, right? So I put him on the lease after he moved in with me. So around September, like I said, fall-ish is when I added him on the lease as my boyfriend, not before. I signed my lease in January. There was no copy of that lease. They updated the lease because I needed to go to the leasing office. So that's why it's on the.
Now, I do understand what she's saying, right? Because when that vagabond that I had moved in with me, hold on, y'all. Thank God. Wait, I want to clap my hands so much. Cause you ever been out of something and you just been so happy? When I moved in, the only guy I lived with, okay, worst year of my life. All right, Ronnie, worst year of my life. When I had that vagabond live in that house with me, I had to go back and tell my landlord because sometimes they will increase your rent based on how many people are in the apartment. I came into that my lease as a single individual, right? And because utilities were included in my rent, they can adjust your rent. My landlord had no problem with him moving in. Sometime I wish my landlord had been like, "No, you can't have anybody live there," and it probably would have saved me years of pain and heartache. Even though he was a piece of trash. Anyway, oh God, I can't stand him. Steppa, hello. Say hi to me. Definitely. Yeah, okay. So usually, Ronnie, you have to do that. You gotta add, excuse me, landlord, I would like to add one vagabond to the lease, please. Do you have any restrictions? He should have been like, no. And I wouldn't have had to deal with that loser. Anywho, but yes, I do understand what she's saying about having to add him to the lease. That is a thing, right? I don't She is a Jezebel and a hussy, but I won't do this to her, you know?
Lease. But of course, it was spun to that point.
All right. Then in March, Akira and Tim were legally separated.
Yes, March 5th.
Thank you, Vibrant.
Then in May, she files a lawsuit against you.
Hey,
Correct.
Steppa.
And then in August, Akira and Tim divorced.
Correct.
Beware
And
if
then
you
in
live in these
March of
states.
this year, you and your husband filed for divorce. And then in September this year, you married Tim.
Yes.
So y'all are married.
Yes, we are.
How's it going?
Amazing.
Okay. But then 2 months later,
Liar. Liar. You owe $1.7 million. Nothing is great. You are being harassed online daily, even though I don't agree with a lot of it. Don't tell me that relationship was going great. Ain't nothing. I don't know what she's even talking about with that response. The internet, you are being followed around. There's nothing great about this situation. Do you understand me? But I'll let her. Child, what is $1.7 million? There's no love in this world. Do you understand? For which Donald Jonathan Trump is the leader of this free world. There is no love, okay? And the states of the United, 1.7, it's a $1.7 million lie. Do you understand me? There goes my girl. Hey, Tia, baby. Honey, it's a mess. What is you talking about? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
you got a verdict against you for $1,750,000.
You hear this, Ronnie?
That had to be a shocker.
It was.
And that's against you, not Tim.
Right.
You.
Well, coming up, we're going to meet Brenay's new husband and Akira's old husband, Tim, who says what we've heard in the news and on social media is not how it really went down.
No.
So we're going to let him clear the air on all that.
Now, I would ask you go get your cup of tea, go get your brandy, go get you a shot or a smidget of liquor. And if you do smoke, light up because, baby, it's about to get stupider. Okay, it's about to get a little stupider. Okay, yes, 1.75 million American dollars. Here,
Right,
here
right,
comes
right.
Tim.
14. Yeah. He asked me to be his girlfriend on my actual birthday.
Okay.
You
So,
shut
yeah.
up.
All right. Was there a point at which you said to Brenay, my marriage is over, done, kaput, zip, out of here, done, and I want to be in a relationship with you?
I mean, she was present for a lot of what happened in my marriage. So, like she said, we were close. We all spent some time together. So she would see like the toxic environment, and she played mediator for a
Right.
lot of
Hi,
situations.
Aunt.
Oftentimes, if the children were there, she was like comforting the children, and we were just yelling and all that stuff that we did. But she saw a lot of how it just fell apart. Um,
How long were you married to Akira?
5 years, but we were
Now,
separated.
wait, it's getting ready to
Within
get
that five
good.
years, we were separated for a month and a couple. I mean, a year and a couple months. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why'd you marry Akira?
So, man, backstory. Her and I started dating in 2018, and my family, I grew up struggling. So you know, I went into moving with her in 2018. There was a situation. She had roommates. There was a situation where
Were you in love with her?
no,
Never?
no,
Do y'all have children together?
yes sir,
Two?
yes sir, 6 and 4,
6 and 4?
yes sir.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Now, let me explain to you what I feel is going on here. He's saving face, and I don't respect it. and I don't respect when men and women do this in general at the exit of something, right? Because I feel like how you leave something is really more important. Yes, Ronnie, right? You're telling me that you married. Hey, Karen. Hi, honey. Procreated with a woman, had two children, and aren't they? Those purge lives are amazing, and those shorts are to die for. I love them. So salute to Ann, an amazing purge. So listen, do you hear this man? He never loved her. And I just want to say, Tim, you don't have to do all this. You don't have to do this. You could, I mean, I don't respect this. Do you understand me? You're telling me that you birthed two children with a woman. Okay, I understand that things got rocky and it didn't work. But at no point over the duration of this relationship with this woman, no, you're doing this. You know why? Because you know you got court coming up with Devon, Jennifer. Did you know that? Did you know that Tim Montague is being taken to court by Brenay's ex-husband for alienation as well? Yeah, so he has a court case coming up. So they both might be in debt for a whopping 1.75 million. He is saving face right now because for him to sit on Dr. Phil's platform and say that he was in a marriage and a relationship with a woman. Yes, Tony, did you know that? I think the court case is coming up this month or February. It's very close. I remember hearing the date mentioned, but Brenay's ex-husband is also taking Tim to court for this very same thing that Akira took Brenay to court for. Yes, Tony, court cases everywhere. You can't do this in the state of North Carolina. It is illegal. So if you're in the states, vibrant. You told us the states. I think Mississippi was one of them. North Carolina. If you're out there, being in, dabbling in infidelity, uh, estranging fathers from their children and husbands from wives and the like, you could be taken to court. Okay. Uh-huh. But yes, that part, Tony. Okay. Right. And it is, Stacy. It's insanity. Okay. Let's get back to it.
Um, yeah, so there was a conflict with her roommates. We had to move as soon as possible. I was waiting on my living situation to get together. So
Indeed.
we were calling around, and my dad actually said to us, my dad and mom actually said to us, "All right, you guys can live with us rent free if you get married 90 days within 90 days." And at the time, I was under the impression that she had nowhere to go. This is what she told me. She had nowhere to
My
go.
God.
She had no family here other than her mom and I believe her aunt. Her mom had some foster children in a three-bedroom home. They had different rooms, so she couldn't go back home.
Well, so it was a marriage of convenience, is what you're saying?
100%.
That's a bad decision, but I understand what you're saying. But then why would you have children with somebody that was just a marriage?
Right.
This is just a rent thing.
Yeah.
It's a terrible reason to get married.
Absolutely.
But then you
Because of his lack of housing security, he was forced to marry this girl. Poor Tim. My God. What it must have been like. Liar. Right. Free rent, Jennifer. Get a job. Get a job. I don't like none of this makes sense to me. You married a woman so that you would have a secure place to live. What? Can't make you sound almost as ridiculous as Akira did, and he is many years her senior. When I'm telling you this whole situation, thank you for this, Dr. Phil. This is insanity. I don't.
had two children with her,
Yeah.
somebody that's just a roommate
So
to get free rent.
so the first child, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about that.
Now
But
listen to this.
her and I were intimate, and I exited the room, came back in, and she was sitting upside down. Said that up to that point she didn't get.
Tim, please, please, Tim. Hold on a minute, y'all. Let me get my bearings. Tim, please. What are you talking about, Tim? Somebody just wanted to get pregnant with your out of shape looking self and those mini dreads sitting on your head. She looked at you and was like, I want to have his baby so bad. You came back in the room and she was sitting on her head. What? Tim. So okay, so let's slow walk this incredulous story, right? Let's slow walk this. It enter scene. Here, Stacy, come on, enter scene, right? He's home on the verge of homelessness. It's a crisis. He's got to get married in order to have some secure house. And Tim is at a crossroads, y'all. Here, he's got to get in there. He's got to get married. His house with adopted children and his orphans, and I don't know. So it is this it's incredulous story, right? Next thing you know, they're married. This woman is head over heels for him and his self and and his non-job almost homeless self, right? He's almost homeless and about to be in the street, but she looked at him and said, I want to get pregnant with his baby when he leaves the room after sex. I'm going to stand on my Tim, please. Please, Tim. My god. You know what? I want to take a moment to say this. I am actually glad of the bond between him and Brenay. Tim and Brenay deserve each other. Because there's no way in this God's green earth that you can find two people that are idiots and like they are equally minded and they deserve each other because this is unbelievable. I'm gonna find it. Oh, you got find it, Tony. Okay. You
Pregnant.
can't like
So
this
she wanted to
is
see
I
if she would get
cannot
pregnant that way.
understand
So you didn't
this.
mean to get pregnant.
No. And the
But you
second
know how
one,
this works,
yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like
god.
Yeah.
intuition
Wow.
Yeah.
occurs, and then
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
so you know how that works.
Yes, sir.
And so you did that, and boom, surprise.
Yeah.
Then you came back in, and she was standing on her head. Or,
She was like backside against the headboard, just sitting upside down.
Cause
okay,
she wanted to have a damn
making
near
sure.
homeless
Yeah.
man's baby.
I guess so.
I
Yes,
don't
sir.
Okay,
understand any of this.
so you didn't expect that.
No, that was I was like, what the freak are you doing?
Okay,
The
that's
freak.
one.
My
Yeah.
God.
The second was a complete surprise. Like she fell at some place, had to go to the doctor. They were
Hi,
gonna do an
Don.
X-ray. And they were like, "Man, you're pregnant." At this time, I was living on
So
campus
she fell
in
down and
college.
got pregnant. I hate it when that happens.
No, no, no,
I hate it when that happens. So that she fell down and got pregnant.
no,
Did she fall down in a sperm bank or what?
no, 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 no,
What did she
no.
Let's
fall?
go,
At
Dr.
the
Phil.
time, I was living on campus. I was in college, at Barton College. It was.
Yeah.
Hey,
And I
Don.
was going back and forth every weekend. So I can't tell you, whatever.
My God.
Just about.
About 3 months.
September 11th. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we got married.
Yeah, got married on 9/11.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
Prophetic. When did the verdict come in?
November. Tell me, I think I don't
Like almost early November, close to mid-November. So we were.
Was it after you got married?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like a wedding present.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I wouldn't claim that, but
Yes,
yeah.
Don.
So you, surprise, had 2 kids with somebody that was just kind of sharing the rent with you and making you miserable.
I wouldn't just say that. I wouldn't say, she was just a roommate and
Of
at the end
course
of
she
the day, we
wasn't.
were married. Um, I'm just saying that the marriage was not in all of how it's presumed, how it's presented.
Had
At
a
all.
good time, so right?
I mean, yeah, I guess you could say, but we didn't like I think we've gone on one date. We went on one date while we were married. Throughout that time, went on one trip, another trip to like with her family, but like we didn't do things that
Yes,
any young
Ronnie.
family or young married couple would do. I mean, if
Because she was
anything,
too
it was
busy
just
working and
toxic.
you broke.
It was just toxic.
Did you ever go to counseling?
No, sir.
Did she try to get you to go to counseling?
After we decided to divorce and separate.
So when it hit the rock, she said, "Hey, let's work on this," and you said, "Not interested." So she did ask you to go, but you didn't want to go.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And she made an attempt to reconcile, but it was over for you.
I mean, it depends on what you call an attempt. A lot of it was, now that I see, a lot of it was like a lot of manipulation. Um,
Well, he had a Jezebel who had entered the scene. Act two, scene two. Now in walks this lady with breasts down to her knees, who used to be your former high school sweetheart that you were intimate with, and he just thought the grass looked green on the other side. So let me just go ahead and get out of here. And this is how we're here. He wasn't interested in working it out, which I think is best for all parties. Honestly, this is a nightmare. This
in
is
ways of to
this is not just a nightmare. What I want to say is this is so a group of just so many people who are just irresponsible. Like this whole situation was just so many parties involved just not taking the correct precautions and just being irresponsible with their lives and the lives of other people. Like nobody seemed to have gave a fuck. This is a
hey,
mess.
feel bad for me and let's get this together. Um,
My God, Stacy.
but I personally, just knowing this overall situation, I was just through. I was through.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now you said, why is she picking on you?
Yes.
Because he's had other girlfriends. Why is she suing them?
What?
Yes. I guess she would say allegedly he cheated on her multiple times and never filed any type of alienation or affection.
Oh
What
my
is it
God.
about me? It was always my question.
So he cheats, serial cheater.
Mm.
Why pick you out of the crowd?
Allegedly, yes.
Well, I'll tell you why, Brenay. Because she let you live in her house, Jezebel. That's why. Okay. So since he's a serial cheater, and just FYI, if he was a serial cheater and he did that to Akira, he's gonna do the same thing to you, sweet little ignorant pop tart. Like my God, this situation just keeps getting worse. So that is your defense when you went into court. That's why you lost. Okay? You want to know how come when he had his little tay-to-tays, he was frolicking around with other little hoochies, much like yourself, how come it wasn't the same? Well, in walked a woman who lived under her roof for a week, okay? And maybe she felt away, okay? Because now you're actually living with her husband and her kids are around. Just let me mind my business and play the rest of this. I'll give commentary
Okay.
later. This is so
So
ignorant.
have you
She did represent
have
herself.
you
Oh, you didn't know that,
researched
Jennifer?
her resume?
Yes. Let me pause this really
Um,
quickly, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Brenay, who, according to court records, after analysis of her bank statement, who spends almost 25K a month eating out, represented herself in court. I represent myself with for anything legal. I always have. Let me back up. I never represent myself when it comes to anything legal. Never. But Brene represented herself in court. But guess who has a lawyer for his appearance in court with Devon? Tim. And guess who's paying for said lawyer? Brene. Yes, Tony. She represented herself in court, breast down to her knees and all. I'm not kidding you guys. I've been following this case for a while, and it is when I'm telling you the details in this case is mind-boggling. It doesn't seem real to me. Hey TC, it's just the lack uh the lack of responsibility for one's life. She did look crazy in court, but she doesn't, she's young and I don't think she didn't think that it would take off. She thought that she had a chance. Hey Leticia, honey, how are you? Thank you. Oh my God. Let me finish playing this because there are some good points still to be
talk
made.
to me.
25K
I
on
wasn't
food.
faithful,
I'm not
but
joking.
I
We can
didn't
take a
like
look
just
into
really
that.
go and do all this other stuff. No, I didn't do all that. So I guess cheating, yeah, I would say yes.
Yeah, so that'd be a yes.
Yes.
So
Overall, yes.
would
He's
this
a
be
cheater.
more than 10 or
No.
less than 20?
Less than 20.
Less than 20?
Less than 10 actually.
Less than 10?
Yes. Yeah. No.
How
I
are
didn't
you
cheat
saying
during
definitely?
the course
Would
of
you
me and
know?
Hurt's marriage. No.
How would
Anyone
you
other than
know?
her? No, I didn't.
What did you do with it?
Talk. Yeah. Entertain. Talk. Yeah.
You must be a hell of a conversationalist.
Child.
Get these girls and just go out and
He's
chat
a
I
with
mean,
them.
it
talker,
wasn't like,
guys.
oh, I had a lineup of a bunch of females. No. I mean, if it was anybody to, hit me up about whatever, I would just communicate. Nothing crazy though, like no like images shared and all that good stuff. Now, like I said, we were separated before.
Yeah.
Her and we lived in two different counties, almost 2 hours apart.
Yes, I'll play the video after this,
So
Stacy.
from that time,
But yet you still had the
I
discipline.
promise you guys that she spends 25K in food. I'm not joking. It is court documented. So they filed a writ of execution because they're in the process now of trying to liquidate any assets she has to try to get that money from her. And they found in her bank statements that she does nothing but spend money on food all day, every day. That's all she does is eat out. And I'm not trying to be funny. She has a serious food addiction and it's scary. Ronnie, look at Ronnie came back in here. And Ronnie, when I'm telling you guys, Jennifer, did you see it, Jennifer? She does. She ate 25K a month. Do you know what I could do with 25K a month? All she does is eat. She has a food addiction. Yeah. I think it's depression. Honestly, I do. It's I think she's suffering from depression. And she's you know what I mean? Beanie baby, hi honey. Is all going to her titties. Tony, it is sad. Yeah, but 25K, I kid you not. Hey, Big Rose. I'll try to find a short to show y'all right after this that I am so
Just
serious
sat
about the
around
amount of
and
money
still
she spends.
relevant.
yeah, I guess so. I mean, during that time, I was just
Really?
doing what I wanted to do.
Really? You never.
No, no, sir.
Yeah. You afraid you come in and be upside down? Some, I mean,
I mean,
where did this discipline come from when you didn't have it with her?
well, it's two different situations though. Now when it came to her, me and my ex,
Mhm.
we were through. We were through. There was no recovering. There was no recovering. There was no coming back from that.
Well, after she backed that thing up on you in the bathroom, I'm sure everything was over. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Erica. I sure did. Told you guys. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Once she came over to that house and put her ass on you in that bathroom and sent you that video, and in that video she was saying, "I can't wait to be the next Miss Montague." Why would you say that? Where did that come from? What kind of conversations could have been had that you sent that man a video in the house with him and his wife saying, "You can't wait to be the next Mrs. Montague"? Oh, baby, y'all was scheming. That's why you owe that $1.7 million. You and Tim were scheming. When I'm telling you, like the details of this is explosive and
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I'm telling
okay. Now, you've seen a lot of stuff about you on the internet, right? Yes, I did. Because I got a big question about why they're focused on you and not you. That has always been my question.
Thank
Well, I
you.
got it too. We'll drill down on that and see what we see.
This is why I was so excited about this episode. I too want to know Dr. Phil. And an equation where a man marries a woman and a woman marries a man. Tim and Akira were married. Why is Brenay the one that is paying for this and not Tim? I'm very confused. Why? Why is everybody after Brenay? Y'all ready for my answer? Y'all ready? Because that's what women do to women. Do you understand me? This is what women do to women. We rip each other apart, right? And let me tell you something. Is women in that chat that's ripping her apart about the things that she's doing that is currently and actively somebody's side chick, somebody's mistress, somebody's sugar baby out there cheating. It's these women. This is what women do to women. I said this to Tony. Tony, if you're in the chat, we spoke about this. I said the reason why she is getting the brunt, and aside from the fact that legally you can do this in North Carolina, right? You can take somebody to court. It doesn't make sense to me why Brenay is getting so much of the heat when Tim was married to Akira. How can you estrange a man from his wife or his children unless that man wants to be estranged? Because that's what women do. We the first one that we gonna drag a bitch when she does something wrong. But you know what men is why Tim isn't getting the brunt? Because you know what men are gonna say? Oh, he's just being a man. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me that men all over the world are saying, that's what men do. You see a fine is with some big titties. You know, he got tempted. Yeah, just being a man. That's what. Come on, but women, Stacy, we're gonna tear that other woman down. And I'm telling you, I don't agree with it. Brenda, stand alone, because all of the women are coming after Brene. Half of y'all done slept with some. Half of y'all walked in and saw a man with a woman and wanted that man because he was with that woman. You trifling bitches. I see y'all out of my left eye, out of my peripheral. Y'all do that, but you will get in a chat and demean another woman for doing that. Stepper, I'm telling you, that's what women do because why is she getting so much of the brunt of this and not Tim? It's big bad body Tim who was married to Akira. Why are the women not asking him to step up and take responsibility for how he left this situation or why is Brene? Is she a trifling hussy and a Jezebel? Yes, she is. But she also was not married to Akira. She was married to Devon. Hmm? Okay. I'll let it. I'll let you hear what Tim had to say, because baby, he is two screws short of a pack of nails.
Shortage of armchair judges online. And here's just one example from Nia Perry. Let's just say she's not on Team Brunei. All the
Jesus.
people at the courthouse said that Akira won and that Brene was ordered to pay her $1.5 million in damages. Hell yeah. And for all the people that say that Akira had no business filing because it was just cheating, it's just cheating, let it go. No. Akira is setting a standard. You're not going to keep on treating women like nothing and think you're not going to get no type of consequences from it. You're not going to continue treating children like they're disgusting. I'm so happy for Akira. I'm so proud of Akira. I feel so vindicated for Akira. I've been through some of the same stuff that Akira has, and I know so many other women have. Her story is so inspirational. What do you think about that? Keyword that she said in her video
Hey,
is she
Jill.
went through something as similar as Akira. So it's easy for her to make that video and point fingers at me without actually knowing the facts. Just because someone files something doesn't mean it's always
Not one word
right.
about
But
Tim,
she
though.
doesn't know you. No, she does not. She doesn't know facts. She knows what she's seen and heard on from the internet. We all know the internet's true. I guess at this point. So, what does a bad day of comments, direct messages, or threats look like for you? Why haven't you jumped off a bridge and died yet?
Thank
Why
you,
are you still breathing?
Leticia.
Can't you
Thank
do
you
the
for
goodbye
becoming a
part and
member.
die? Why would you? Why like a lot of the death comments? I hate you so much. I hate
It's
your
okay,
guts. I wish you
Jilly.
were never living. I wish that I could kill you myself. Like it's a lot of those comments in my DMs, emails.
So the women, the wonderful women of the world, right? Because Akira cheated with somebody's husband and somebody's husband cheated with, I mean, because Brenay cheated with somebody's husband and somebody's husband cheated with Brenay, the women on the internet thinks that Brenay should be unalived. She should off herself. Are you just crazy? I'm really trying to keep. Yes, this was not a good situation. I think they both are two. I saw this over on Lipstick Alley. Two useful idiots. They're idiots. They are. They're idiots. Hey, Justin. And is this an uncommon situation? No, because people do this stuff every day. Maybe not underneath somebody's roof, but y'all want this woman unalived. These content creators that I have watched do commentary on this situation are so incensed and so angry. If you're angry about the issues that happened that led to this situation, I get it. But you women are over there dragging this woman because of the type of cake that she has for her birthday. Are you okay? Why do you care? I could never do that kind of journalism. The kind of journalism that digs deep down into somebody's life that goes past what this situation is really about, which is two families were ripped apart, one willingly, so two people can go and, do whatever. But this is unbelievable the length that people are going to for this. And it's mainly women doing this to her. Yes, exactly, Jennifer. Why does she have to be unalived? Right? Are we going to go start tracking down people who are leaving their relationships for other people daily? Huh? Some without, some women wake up, and I mean, there's always signs, and their husbands are walking out and leaving, and women are doing the same thing. I mean, it's happening daily. But because this has been sensationalized, um, and because these are CCs who are doing content together, now people have somewhere to put their vitriol. Hey, Rob, how are you? I don't know, TC, but this is the part. I've been watching this for weeks and I've been saying the same thing. UCCs are following these people around to restaurants, Tony. Do you hear me? I've seen videos of content creators following them into the courts, and when Brenay and Tim hugged or kissed, I mean they are married now. They're in the courts going, "Ew, what? Are you serious?" Like you literally are following them around, not to do journalistic commentary, but you're following them around to be nuisance and menaces. People are following them into eateries, into restaurants, recording them going out to eat. Excuse me? This is what they're doing. I'm about to leave YouTube alone so I won't go to jail. Justin, what is please, Justin, don't go to jail. Call you. What? Justin, stay out of jail. Jill, if you can red ball it back or type in Brenay and Tim Montague, it is everywhere. Thank you, Stacy. This is a mess. Let me finish playing it. Justin, behave yourself.
Well, and how do you respond to that internally? How does that affect you?
I can honestly say most times it
Is
hurts.
there a filter on it?
Um,
Sorry, y'all. There was a filter on.
I don't agree with it. I just wish that people gave me enough grace that they give the victims in stories, especially without knowing me, because a lot of this stuff is still lies and fabricated.
Hmm.
So yeah,
My belief is I don't care whether somebody
Okay, Jill.
agrees with what you've done or not done. There's no place for that kind of thing. There is no place for that kind of hate and vitriol from people that don't know you
absolutely,
and all. And I hope you turn a deaf ear to that kind of thing. And those are just keyboard bullies and
absolutely,
people that are out there.
are miserable with their own life.
But when you see those hateful comments about her and
All
telling
right.
her to go kill herself, get hit by a bus, go die, do you feel guilty?
In a sense,
You
Not in a
should feel
way of,
guilty.
you know, well, let me not say that. Yes, at times, yes.
Are you online?
Yes,
Do
yes,
you
sir.
get blasted?
Absolutely.
What do they say to you?
It's not as bad as her.
Did you hear
Why do you
that?
think that is?
I mean, because she's she's made out to be the villain in the story.
Why do you think that is?
Bitterness. It's easy to make someone a villain when you want to hide from taking accountability. Um, you know, and even to this day, it's a lot of things that happens, behind the scenes in our personal lives when it comes to when it still comes to Akira and the children. I can't say much, and I won't say much, but it's still a lot of things that goes on with that. Um, and I mean, honestly, I feel like there's no reason for it, you know,
Why do you think the guy gets a pass?
because it's typical guy behavior to just
Thank you.
cheat and do all
Thank
that
you.
stuff. So, um,
The
Hmm.
guys just get an easier
So it is
pass.
cheating.
I don't agree with it, but yes, unfortunately, in society, that's how it is.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right, does it?
No, it doesn't.
So let me see if this is the. Oh no, it's
Of
not.
evidence in this case that were in trial.
Yeah,
Some of it
Jennifer.
I've seen, and I'm really curious if y'all are having a relationship and both of you are legally married, even if separated, and you've made the point that we were both separated, but you're still legally married and there are children involved, why would you go so public on social media with posts about the relationship?
See, that's one thing. Since me being an influencer, as you said, I do post my life for the most part. That's one thing that I do regret. I regret posting so soon. Like I'm looking at it as me hanging out with him, his sister, and me and my family, and we're just all hanging out, even with the other parties. And it's innocent. Most of my videos are innocent, but they turned the innocent videos into something and made it as if we.
No, you two left that relationship, your marriages, right? And you two got together and you wanted to boast in front of people. You wanted to put it in people's faces. That's exactly what you did. Like we're gonna call a thing here. Now let's not. And this is why this is the problem that I have with Brenay. Although she's not the victim, right? And although I don't think that people should be asking her to off herself, right? And saying things as cruel as that or stalking them, right? If they want to do commentary and journalistic research on it, okay. But like let's not do that. Okay? You decided after living under this lady's roof that you guys were going to get together, okay, and parade around your relationship in front of them, even with this lady's children. There are videos that I've seen that the children are there, but you can't see the children because Akira didn't really want her children in the videos. But I don't know what the hell Tim said. Like, come on, you guys wanted to show off your new button in relationship, right? Let's not do this. I don't respect this.
Made it as if we were dealing with each other during those times and those courses. But again, I do regret. That's one of the only things that I do regret is posting a lot of videos so soon. Just to think that the internet was going to accept it, and it turned
You only
into
regret it
that.
because you owe one point.
And
Let me
did you
hold on,
post
y'all.
with
I
children?
can't. You only regret it because you owe $1.7 million, ma'am. That's why you regret it because you were okay doing it then. Now you regret it. Yeah, you didn't. You didn't care about anybody else's feelings. Okay, stop this at
Online
once.
Um, I had a
with
couple
that?
videos. Yes, I had a couple videos with everyone. Me,
Had the
Tim, his
children in
wife,
there.
like we were all
You
involved
were
in the
stepmom,
journey.
remember?
But
Girl,
outside of
good day.
like him and I being together, I didn't post the children at all.
Did you post videos of the two children without permission?
I always get permission from her or from him
Okay, Jill.
personally. I would never do anything that's spiteful to post the children and they're innocent in this. I would
Well,
never
I'm
do
not
that.
saying do it spitefully.
Yeah,
You
no,
just
I know.
you just put them up when y'all were out doing something.
Yeah, so no, I
Yeah,
mean, I always will have permission to
accurate.
post.
Okay. You're representing yourself now.
Yes, I was representing myself in the case. Yes.
Bad
In the
idea.
underlying case, have you ever had a lawyer in any of this?
No. Well, yes, I did, but not anymore. When it came down for trial, I did not have an attorney. No.
So you were pro se in this. You represented yourself the whole time.
Yes.
Do you regret that?
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
no. It was an
Oh.
experience, and it was a wild one. I learned a lot during this trial.
You learned a $1.75 million lesson. This shit, you don't, ma'am. I know people say don't live in regret. I regret certain things. I learned from them, but I regret it. Because if I could have not went through that pain, okay, but it changes me. You learn for the better. You know not to go back and make that mistake again. You have to. I don't. She's in her early 20s. I'm just gonna leave it at that, baby. If I don't
I
know.
learned a lot.
Well, that's a pretty expensive lesson.
Yeah.
You've been to court once, represented yourself, and you didn't do very well.
My
Well,
God.
I feel like I did very well. In my opinion, I did. I feel like I did very well. Even though the outcome is what it is as of right now, I still take pride in me representing myself.
You failed, Brenay. Montague, you failed. What is the pride? You went to a trial ill prepared. When I'm telling y'all, I don't care what it is. I have an attorney. I have an attorney. No, got a lawyer. Sure do. Pay him. Absolutely. They go in, they fight for me, whatever I need. I don't play these types of games with the law. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What? What you think? What? I don't. My question is like this. This girl is so young and very inexperienced and very ignorant. And I know her mother is still alive because I heard her say that she has conversations with her mother. But like, what? Where? I wonder what part did she think she did good at? What part did you think you did well at? You lost. You failed, and then you went in and you did an appeal, and then the appeal was denied. Failure. Failure. Sorry. Don't don't do that again. That's the only thing that should have taught you. Never go pro se. Never represent yourself in a court of law. You what? You don't even have the discipline to on how to eat. How did you think you were going to know enough to go into a courtroom and win a case? Even a little slower than Peach, because Peach got a little sense. I think Peach would have had an attorney now, Jennifer. Okay. Yes, her mom is still alive. Yeah. Like this is like to hear her talk. It's like this, like the sense just leaves her. I, she really needs some guidance. This is
Yeah, a lot
sad.
of people probably wouldn't be able to do it. They would have gave up or backed out a long time ago.
A smart person
Yeah.
would have
Yeah,
gotten
it
an
wasn't by
attorney.
choice though.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't by choice. I didn't have the money for an attorney.
We reached out to.
Hold, please. Let me. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry I'm pausing this so much, but I have to get in here while it's in my mind. You had the money for anything you wanted to do. You didn't have the discipline to stop eating, to buy potatoes and salmon and broccolini and roast vegetables and eat some yogurt. You had the money for anything you needed. You didn't want to put down maybe that $5,000 retainer because you knew that you could eat at Chick-fil-A 2 and 3 times a day. Huh? You make a lot of money on social media. This is a very widely spread um story across social media platforms. Yeah, you're right, Jill. Absolutely. Sometimes the parents do tell them. You're telling me, you are telling me that you didn't have the money For an attorney? Don't play like, ma'am. But guess who does have an attorney? Tim Montague. She pays for a lot of things for Tim. I'm gonna show you as soon as this is over. I'm gonna show you how I know she has money, and the courts are gonna take it because she played with them. Okay.
Kira's attorney, Robinetta Jones, and here's what she had to say. The central focus of this case was not monetary recovery. It was centered on the acknowledgement of wrongful conduct. It was about confronting betrayal.
No, no,
It was
she
about
buys
restoring
food.
dignity and ensuring that actions result in appropriate consequences. Our client elected to pursue this legal avenue to bring the truth to light, to address the injuries sustained, and to ensure that such destructive conduct was not dismissed as inconsequential. I'll get your reaction to that here in just a minute. Akira's attorney further stated Ms. Kennard utilized her online presence to document the relationship, express disrespect toward our client, publicly post images of the minor children without our client's consent, and publicly display her affair with a married individual. And that completes the statement from the law offices of Robinetta B. Jones, who represented Akira in these proceedings. What's your reaction to her statement? She said it wasn't about money.
This was fully about money. Again, as I stated before, if it wasn't about money, they both knew I was an influencer. So they had some idea like she has the publicity, of course. And also she could have some money. So we're gonna try to do whatever we can do. Her client and the whole team, as I stated on the news at WREL, her consent was given. One. Two, I never embarrassed her client whatsoever. Three, this was solely about money. This was solely about publicity. This was solely just about trying to embarrass me as who I am as a I have my own platform. I built my own platform. So this was fully about that. It's not about her being humiliated. No one knew about her. One. Two, also they know that him and I didn't start a romantic relationship until after the date of separation, which is legally in North Carolina. North Carolina said rule states you can legally be with anyone you want to be with, even if it's right or wrong. You can be with anyone you want to be with after the date of separation. We started romantic relationship after the date of separation. Yes, I know that there were inappropriate videos made in which I came to her client about, and her client also came to me about and apologized. As I stated also in court, we've had a conversation amongst those inappropriate videos, and I was under the impression everything was okay. But then when the lawsuit came out, I was completely shocked because we've had a conversation.
You provided some text that we can't show because I don't want to mess up the appeal or the court proceedings, anything at all, that you represented as proof of her giving permission.
Yes.
And I didn't read those as permission at all. It was just acknowledgement that it was going on, but not permission to
So
proceed.
in the text message that I provided was her talking about the consent that she gave. In the end of the message, she said, it was a test and y'all failed miserably. That is what she referring to. There was a conversation had between her and I, and also Tim. We all had a conversation about what's our next moves. She informed me, she told me that she wanted me to be with Tim because she knew that her marriage was over and they were done. The divorce was happening. And she said, I trust you, Brenay, and I want you to be with Tim because I know that my children will be safe with you because I trust you with my children. I trust that you will take care of Tim because I could not take care of him. His heart, his spiritually, emotionally, physically, all of these things. We've had conversations about that.
Wow, that's very magnanimous.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is very magnanimous, almost to the point of disbelief. What? Akira, y'all had many conversations about passing her husband's penis on to you, and so you can take care of his soul. Honey, I've this woman is gonna learn a lot of things in life the hard ways. Experience is a good teacher. Mm. Mhm,
Final
mhm,
questions coming up.
mm.
Were
My God in heaven.
Kira, are you surprised she was this gracious in telling her, hey, y'all go be happy?
Go be
Yes,
happy. It
it
was
was
almost
weird.
unbelievable.
I overheard the conversation. We were all planning to go to another place in North Carolina, Greenville, North Carolina, to apartment hunt for Akira. Um, and I overhear a conversation, and she's like, I hear her saying, "You guys should be together, yada yada yada." So I'm like, "Nah, this not having this conversation." And then they call me in the room, and the first thing Akira says to me is, "Tim, I found your wife." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I found your wife. Renee's meant to be your wife."
Who said that?
Akira, she said this. And she's like, "Renee is meant to be your wife. She's God sent. It's the reason that you guys keep coming
Mm-mm.
back together. Um, you guys have a special bond and all this other stuff."
Was everybody on meth? No, it's not. Ghost can't stop it. I can't see. What was everybody on meth? Was acid involved? Maybe a little smidget of the PCP. I need to see. I need more people. I don't believe you. She looked at this lady in her house and said, "I found your wife. It's the reason why y'all keep getting reconnected." Oh my God. Okay. If they, that they said it happened, Jennifer. You know, she said, "Go and be merry," and then she proceeded to take them to court. I don't. I guess. Oh, Jesus.
And I remember specifically that
Insanity.
conversation ending, and then her and I went to have our own separate conversation. And yeah, I was crying in her face. I'm like, "There's no way that you're saying this." She was like, "This is me letting you go."
You cried.
Yeah, that's 1 out of 1.
Mind you,
Right,
all this
Phil?
happened before the
For
lawsuit was
real.
even filed.
Is there anything you want people to know about you? Final statement, I'll let you make it.
Yes. One thing I can say is I follow my heart. I follow my heart. I am a kind, gracious person, and I am not a villain. Did I do inappropriate things? Was I proud of everything that I have done throughout this situation? No. But I've learned throughout this whole entire thing that God still extends His grace and His mercy, and I strongly wish that everyone else saw it like that. Nobody in this story is the victim. Everyone did some, crazy stuff. However, I can say that
Separated.
legally married
Yeah, but
and
separated.
legally separated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's your point.
Yes.
You say that was over. They just hadn't filled out
Yes.
the
Once you
paperwork.
separate from someone and you're not going to sleep with them and you're not in their home with them, I don't see it as a bad thing. Everybody moved on. My ex, he moved on. He was in a relationship. She moved on. She's in a relationship. Why is it that it's a problem for me to do that? I don't understand that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I want you to be clear on.
Yeah.
All right, I want to thank Brenay and Tim for sharing their story.
Oh
No
my
matter
God.
how unhappy someone is, look, their partner did not make them cheat. The decision to have an affair belongs 100% to the person who strays.
Mm.
Now, if
I
you want
agree.
out of the relationship, my advice to you is to be transparent about it and leave. Now, both of them say they did. They separated, they had gone on. All the paperwork hadn't been worked out, but they say they were transparent and they had
Mhm.
moved on.
That's what they say,
You
Dr.
can
Phil.
make up your own minds about that.
Right.
But if you want to ask me a question about something you or someone you know is struggling with, maybe it's a family conflict like Brenay's and Tim's, or an overbearing in-law, or
Okay, guys, give me 1 second because I do want y'all to realize I have to let y'all hear about this bank statement because you guys. Oh wait, what? I feel like was it 5,000? I don't want this to be long. Okay, I'm gonna play a little bit of this one, guys. Hold on a minute, because it's like it's more like a collage, and I want you to know. So I found one that says 5,000, but there's somewhere in there. I'll let them talk. There's deposits of 25K in excess of that a month. So maybe it's more along the lines of 5K in food. She had enough money to afford an attorney. That's all I'm gonna say. But let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Pull this up, baby. Just gonna listen to a few minutes of this, y'all. Hold on. Baby, you can't make this up.
Brenay really thought it was a game. She thought it was a game and made that $2 payment. And look what happened. Look what happened. A writ of execution has been filed, meaning her assets can be seized, whether that be property, bank accounts, garnished wages. It's all up for grabs. I said in my original video, where Akira won, that it was in Brenay's best interest to just set up the payment plan. Set up the payment plan and make the payments. Make the payments because I've worked in banking for 6 years and I've seen accounts get garnished due to judgments, court ordered. The bank gets served. And you're making money from Snapchat, they could serve Snapchat, they could serve TikTok and get all your money. So why not just make the payments so that you're not empty handed, right? They're not taking everything in your bank, all your savings, and you can't pay your bills. You lost the case. Make the payments. This is what you wanted. You wanted the man, you got him. And I've seen people say, oh, now people are dogpiling on Brenay. It's kind of getting mean and blah, blah, blah. I don't care that a book get out. She wants.
Hold on, y'all.
A writ of execution is where the creditor, Akira, who's owed the money, files with the castle. I want
married to Devon, Devin, whatever his name is, and Tim was married to Akira. Keep in mind that they was all friends or whatever, and Brenay started sleeping with Tim behind Akira and Devon's. Baby, it's a whole big old riffraff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anywho, y'all, her bank statements. Then Akira didn't sue Brenay and won and got millions of dollars coming her way, and they didn't leak Brenay bank account, and baby. They say all you see is Chick-fil-A, 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 Chick-fil-A.
Yep, I think she is.
All Brenay was trying to do is get her a little meat. Now y'all exposing all the meat she eating today.
Lady can't have nothing.
Now y'all know, yeah, Auntie don't take shit serious. So please, ain't no damn way that girl eating up that kind of shit like that. Is she tricking? It was one thing for you to be cheating, you cheating and drinking. Damn, Brenay, pick a striker. You around here paying for gym memberships and you ain't going to now gym. So I know it ain't for you. I'm getting off here. I'm getting off here because every time I get to talking, I got to be wrong. But she paying for all kind of shit that you know she ain't using. Damn. Then they said, man, she got that money though, y'all, because they said she spent $20,000 in 1 month. God, what I'm doing? What kind of content creator I am? I ain't making 20,000. No, I ain't seen 20. She rolling in the dough. Shit, I'm gonna pick up some more platform. 20,000.
See what I'm saying? That lady was bringing in 20K a month. She was eating at least 5 of it. I don't know where the rest of the money was going to, but she had enough time to prepare for court. Why she didn't want to get an attorney, I don't know, but she had the money.
So Brene's bank statements have been dropped, and
Look,
it states that she makes $25,000 a month, y'all. She paying for Tim's gym membership is on there, hella lawyer fees, mind y'all. She did not even have a lawyer, so I don't know why she got these lawyer fees. Not to mention, she hired a lawyer that specializes in DUIs/DWIs. So she
baby.
been drinking under the influence, and not to mention, Brene
Mm.
stated herself that she doesn't drive anymore because she has Tim. So Tim is the one who drives her around. So it sounds like Tim got a long record with the police because first of all, you got fraud. Second of all, you got DUI. Third of all, you got bringing a weapon into the courthouse. Then you already on probation for contempt of court. This man can't stay out of trouble. This part about her bank statements being
Listen, y'all, I'm gonna stop it there. I just wanted you guys to see that she's bringing in money in excess of 20, 25K a month. And there was a court case this big coming. I don't know. She should have put an attorney on retainer. Should have figured it out. But she's been paying some attorney fees, and from what I heard, they are for Tim's court case. And if they're smart, they would go ahead and file. Okay. For those of you who don't know, this is about Brenay and Tim. Akira has since gone on to get with her childhood sweetheart and is now currently pregnant. Okay. So it seems as if both parties have moved on. Hopefully, everybody's happier. Renee just recently had a birthday, at which this point I was just so sick of the content creators because they are critiquing her cake. And hey, Yana, what's up? Yana, you got to replay this. This was a good one, okay? But yeah. So Tony, did you know that Akira's now pregnant? She's moved on. She's back with her childhood sweetheart. When I'm telling you this, the whole thing is a sorted mess. It's very confusing, and I question so many things about this whole situation. I really do. I really question. Um, legally, yeah, she's with her childhood sweetheart. And guess what? Um, on the day that Brene and Tim went on the Tamron Hall show is the day that Akira announced that she was pregnant. So it kind of dulled their shine a little bit. She was in jail. She's been out because she just celebrated her birthday, Yana. She was in jail. She got arrested. FYI, guys, Brene got arrested for harassment. Things are not going. She has to like leave this whole situation with Akira alone and move forward because it's not going well for her. Okay, yo, listen. If something else, it goes, gang. I'm gonna say this. I played I couldn't wait to play this sit down with Dr. Phil because he literally was saying the things that I was wondering and I was questioning. Like, why are we here? Why is the onus of this on Brene? Why are people so mad at Brene? Why is Tim not getting the same feedback? And I'm telling you, it is just society's way. Women are going to attack women. Men are not going to do this. Men are never going to make men feel bad for what they feel is just part of the male makeup. Men cheat, right? So, all right, he'll get over it. But the woman, oh, they're going to make her pay, right? So, they're over there putting threats on that lady's life. They want her out of here. But yeah, both parties have moved on. I mean, they're both divorced. Devon is lost a whole load of weight. That's Brene's ex-husband. So he's out here. He's looking better. He's working out. Akira's going on to be with her childhood sweetheart and is now pregnant. They're having a little girl. And Brene and Tim are apparently eating themselves, you know, to an early grave. Because if she keeps eating like that, she is going to have some problems. I think she needs therapy because I think it's depression. Because it's not healthy way that lady eats, not at all. Okay. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for chilling with me for the last hour and 25 minutes. I got to get some things done before I go to bed because, honey, I am tired, okay? But I want to come and sit with y'all after work and talk about this. What happened was, okay? To my moderators, I appreciate you for taking this ride with me. It's a Wednesday night, honey, and Brenda usually don't come live on the weekdays, but I wanted to do it because it's a really interesting topic. We'll be back as I see other things that I feel like would pique your interest and things that we want to talk about. But until then, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all out of here. Let y'all go out here to the smooth sounds of little Mr. Musty Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 hour and 26 minutes on the clock. Thank you for visiting Paradise Island, where anything can happen. And it does. Later.
Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island, please be polite. I know you heard about it, like, share, subscribe. Real adult conversations, always a vibe. Please don't act a fool, Brenda will get you right. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island. Baby, welcome to the island. Please be polite. I know you heard about it. Like, share, subscribe. Real adult conversations. Always a vibe. Please don't act a fool. Brenda will get you right. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island.